that late yesterday afternoon I was apprised of a serious error that occurred in our presentation of the 2011 budget. And I want to say that it is our effort to produce a responsible budget within a tight time constraint. With only limited personnel, we submitted a document that included a serious flaw to City Council. I have no intention of playing the blame game. Those who caused the error are a part of developing the corrective action plan. The budget was crafted and introduced by the administration, and the administration is responsible for correcting the error. And that's precisely what we're here to talk about today. Fortunately, our mistake was discovered early in the process, and it gives us a chance to put in corrective action. And we're here to discuss the corrective action with you today. So towards that end, we are taking the following steps. As you all have reported out, and I want you to be correct in your numbers because it was reported out as about 4.8, and that's not correct. It was $4,368,662 of general obligation bonds that we pay under our own debt service, and they were the Series D and E bonds that was left out of the budget that we presented to the Council. So what we're proposing to correct that action is to present to Council the plan that includes the following. We have 6 parcels of land, of which 3 of the Harrisburg Parking Authority's garages reside on. We are proposing of selling those parcels of land, which has an assessed value right now of, by the county, of $8,344,900. That's the assessed value. It has nothing to do with the market value. It's the assessed county value. So as a result, if the proposal goes through, we will be able to close the budget gap, which is $4,368,662 of the general obligation bonds. Now, there's been much of public comment and news press about the laying off of firemen. And as we have said, we take no pleasure in having to put that as a proposal. But it's been a long time coming because the city of Harrisburg, like all other cities, have structural deficits, serious structural deficits that we have to contend with. And it starts now. We've put in a great deal of reform, which got this budget down from years past of a $60-something million budget, now down to $56 million. And so the firemen were included in that because they're a part of the structural deficit. And so as a result, $1.1 million was proposed, would equate to 9 firemen being laid off. So we're proposing, since we have these parcels of land, to put the money back in the budget to cover the debt bonds that we did not put in there, and $1.1 million to save the firemen's jobs just for now. This is a one-time fix, and so it is inevitable that we'll be back here again proposing to lay off firemen. So this is going to take care of a temporary fix to prevent from firemen being laid off. And in addition, we had in the budget to sell $1.9 million of tax liens in order to help make up the $56 million budget. So we're proposing to take that $1.9 million of tax liens out because we understand there were some rumblings on council that they weren't going to sell the tax liens. And so what we're proposing is to take the tax liens out as revenue that help be a part of the $56 million that we had for the proposed 2011 budget, to take that out and to use the additional money from the sale of the land as a way of helping to finally close this deficit. So that's the administration's plan to address the immediate error that we discovered.
So there will be no layoffs for another year?
There will be no layoffs for another year.